The rules in football say that a goalkeeper can't handle a back pass from a teammate, and that all stems from Euro 1992. That tournament saw one of the greatest fairy tales in football history, when Denmark shocked everyone by fighting all the way to the final and lifting the trophy. Peter Schmeichel was absolutely massive for them. The big man made some unbelievable saves, stopped a few penalties, and kept out goals that looked like they were already in the back of the net. To make it harder for the opposition to break them down, Denmark played at a ridiculously slow tempo against the stronger sides. They just knocked the ball around patiently. Often the defender would roll it back to Schmeichel. He'd take a touch, have a look around, then they'd start again. After a few little dribbles, they'd eventually launch it long. Each time they did that, it could waste a good 15 to 20 seconds. Once or twice in a game, fair enough. But when you're doing it 20 or 30 times a match, the game becomes painfully slow. The crowd starts nodding off, and the attacking team gets properly frustrated. Whenever the opposition tried to win the ball back high up the pitch, the Danes would sense the danger, roll it straight back to Schmeichel, and he'd come charging out like a bloody lion to scoop it up with his hands. It was obvious time wasting, but there was nothing you could do about it. There was no rule against it, and you couldn't punish them. So, to make the game more entertaining, FIFA changed the law. From around 1994 onwards, goalkeepers were no longer allowed to pick up deliberate back passes from teammates with their hands if the ball was played from below knee height. If a teammate passed it back to them, they had to play it with their feet. That made it much riskier and harder for teams to just sit on the ball and waste time. On top of that, they brought in rules saying that if a keeper does any of these things inside his own penalty area, the referee awards an indirect free kick to the opposition. Holds the ball in his hands for more than 6 seconds before releasing it, touches the ball again with his hands after releasing it, before another player has touched it. Break any of those 3 rules and the ref blows up and points to the spot for an indirect free kick. That change genuinely transformed the modern game and helped make high-pressing football much more popular. By the mid-90s, when I was watching AC Milan in Serie A, they were constantly pressing high up the pitch, forcing teams to play backwards. Those back passes suddenly became dangerous because keepers couldn't just catch them anymore. They had to use their feet. It often led to rush passes, mistakes, and quick counter-attacks. The entertainment value shot up, and the game became so much more exciting to watch. One of the most memorable moments for me was that indirect free kick in the 2001 Bundesliga clash between Bayern Munich and Hamburg. It was the final day of the season. Bayern only needed to avoid defeat to win the title. Hamburg took the lead through Barbares with less than 5 minutes to go. Oliver Kahn was shouting at his teammates, telling them there was still time and not to give up. Bayern threw everything forward. Under that intense pressure, Hamburg panicked. Their keeper tried to catch a back pass with his hands. Big mistake. The referee immediately pointed for an indirect free kick inside the box. Bayern's Thomas Anderson stepped up and smashed it home. Pure drama. That goal gave them the equalizer and ultimately the German championship.